Good morning, my friends. It's 9:30 in the morning. Outside temperature 18 degrees, and time for our morning walk. It's been time for over an hour. This is take number 3. I've broken off one of the little sprinkler heads yesterday when I went in behind the beehive. So let's just replace that. With my previous 2 attempts, I had to delete the videos due to being unsuccessful. Okay, let's try again. This time I'll add some Vaseline. And I've now got a hammer for if I need to put some force. Let's hope that wouldn't be necessary. And it appeared... No, man. How? Well, I've brought some heat as well. Let's try that. If I don't cause a veldfire in the process. Let's get this in before it cools down. And it's in. Okay, let's put this in position and more or less adjust the direction we wanted to spray in. Okay guys, let's go and switch on and see how well this worked. Well, I've got this sprinkler system going down. It's in total probably about 100 meters long, but with this much garden there's just no ways you'll walk with a hose pipe and get everything done. Okay, let's switch on here. Okay, let's see. You can see all the little sprinklers spraying. And with these misters, it's actually quite a slow process. And I see there's some blocked ones as well we'll have to get to. Okay, this one is spraying. Success! Okay, yeah, at the horizontal hive, these girls are very busy this morning. And it would now appear to me as if they are happier in the horizontal hive than in the Landstroth. Here's a Landstroth. This is hive number 2. They are busy but not as busy as at the horizontal hive. And here's hive number 3. Also they're busy but not as busy as the horizontal hive. Okay guys, then let's start with our walk through the apiary. Yeah, the pear trees, lots of blooms, and here we've got a apricot tree that is looking quite nice. In total I planted just over 110 trees, but they didn't all survive. I would say about 90 survived nicely. So there's I'm not sure what tree this is. I don't think it's a pear tree. So you guys know what it is? Let me know. Looking at the branches, it looks like a fig tree, but the leaves don't quite look right for a fig tree. Yeah, and as you can see, my irrigation system still needs a lot of tweaking, but we'll get to that. Because some trees get a lot more water than others, so we'll get that all sorted out. Yeah, and here we've got another pear tree doing quite nice, needing all these small branches at the bottom to be trimmed off. And I'll have to lie to you if I have to tell you what all I've planted here, because I've got a variety from apples, pears, oranges, lemons, navels. There's a peach tree with some small blossoms, and a visitor that is not a bee. Oh, this is a peach tree. Look at that over there. Our first little peach. Two of them. Nice. Two is not enough to make jam though, but it's a start. Here's a mulberry tree. Another fig tree with also some nice small figs on it. And then I'll go to the top fig tree now. That is actually doing very well. What I have been trying to get going here is blueberries, but for some other reason they just don't want to take. I think they don't like the clay soil. So, yeah, and here next to the fence I've got some pipe going down already, but we still have to make a bed and plant things here. I'm actually thinking of lavender. Yeah, we've got a lavender doing quite nice. And this is our prickly pears, which also I've got leaves from all over, so they're not all the exact same species. This one I see has got quite distinct thorns on it, where the others have these little fine thorns on them, which is rather painful if you get them in your fingers or anywhere. This is a garlic bush that I've planted here. I've got a couple of them down here. Oh, and then let's go past the hives. Trying to get it as green as possible and as much as possible for the bees to eat. Got quite a bit of prickly pears going up here. And yes, some more lavender. And I'm not sure what that bush is I've planted there. Yeah, and as you can see, my neighbor has taken down all the thorn trees, which used to, when they bloom with their little yellow flowers, the bees used to really love it. But he's starting to plow, and I see he's planted cabbage on the other end. Now I don't know if cabbage gives anything that bees get, if they make flowers or anything that bees can actually forage on them. Then I've got my loquat tree, which I really want to get growing. The story behind the loquat is, when I grew up in Johannesburg, it was me, my father, my grandmother and my two sisters living in the house. Not a very big house. And my grandfather planted a loquat tree in the backyard. And when this tree grew up, it actually blocked all our gutters. So my father really didn't like this tree. But after my grandfather passed away, my grandmother told him, not before she dies does that tree go anywhere. And that, I think, has given me the love for a loquat tree. Just the fact that it was something that was to my grandfather that important. And growing up, the yards weren't very big. We had a total of 3 fruit trees in the backyard, and there's just nothing nicer than eating a fruit off the tree. I can recall many a times coming outside and my grandfather would be under one of the trees with his little pocket knife and having fruit. Okay, here at the veggie garden, everything's looking quite nice. spring onions getting going, so we'll soon be eating spring onions. Cabbage, they've now started growing a little bit. This is about the 4th day. Here's some more cabbages, and then we've got some spinaches over here, also all doing quite nice. And this is also spinach. And then these plants that we've got random all over, we were told that they keep insects away. It's asters, so they must stay. Here we've got the beetroot, also starting to take quite nicely. And then here next to the veggie garden, you can see our trench is now closed up for the power to our pole for cameras and lights. So the cable is in, so now it's just a matter of mounting all the hardware at the top and a plug at the bottom to use as a termination point. The grass here, I haven't replaced the stolen sprinkler yet. I'll do so in the next day or two, and then we can start getting this lawn at the back here green, and I can punish myself that I have to mow it, but the punishment is worth the tranquility it brings. And guys, other than that, I don't have much to talk about at the moment. Yeah, the lawn clippings I've started throwing in this area here, because there's quite a bit of a ditch here which I need to fill up, and I thought, why not just put the lawn clippings here, and it can compost, and I can use that compost to level out the area. And then obviously firewood that needs to be chopped up so that we can start having braais this summer. Nothing better than a South African braai. And I don't know if you guys can maybe tell me what this little plant is. It also grows wild here on the lawn, so I would like to know what it is. I used to put bandweed on it to get rid of it, but the bees love it, so now it stays. Well guys, let's call it a wrap on this one. Enjoy your day. If you haven't subscribed, like and subscribe, please share. The bigger the community, the happier it makes me. Okay, catch you in the next one.